Oh, hi to, and welcome back to Evolution Worlds. I do the thing. There we go. Thank you for the daily dues, Melkor, and congrats, and Marie, on being the first pupa. Let us guess a game before we get started. Snow. Skyrim. No, dang it. I thought this was like maybe one of the bits of the UI from Skyrim. Thank you, Equator, for the daily dues. Welcome, welcome. Very snowy. I don't really know. Child labor, safe jobs, child shelters. City building, survival. I probably don't know this game, or at least not by look. Frostpunk. I've never even heard of that one. Interesting. Okay. All right. So let's get back into it. Wait, no, incorrect. We have to do a save state. There we go. Thank you for the 110 stream streak, aka the number of times I've died in Link's Awakening, but this number is fun and I want it to go up. Well, I hope the other number doesn't go up too much more. But I mean, eventually, no matter how many times you die in Link's Awakening, the stream streak number will end up being the bigger number, so, you know, that's a positive. Spring slippers. Chain. Okay. Floor 7 out of, I'm gonna guess 21. Throw that number out there. I can say that I was right later if it's correct. All right. Bam. Mac got plenty of FP, so I'm just having Magna Punch this guy. I don't like their little like ear handle thingies. You just kind of like, you totally like jump on one of these guys and just grab them by that and just ride them around. Oh right, I forgot they do that. Say you're right now because you would be right if it was 21, which it probably is, but if it isn't, you're right. It was. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you understand. I'm glad that I understand your understanding of my understanding of standing under. All right. Okay. I was hoping we could get through without that guy seeing me. Bam. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. All right. Let's... Oh, come on. Said it before, but with how many enemies they drop into the hallways, how many hallways they have, and these every room I feel like now is either super tiny or it's just a bunch of hallways. So it's becoming increasingly difficult to actually reasonably dodge enemies, and the risk of getting surprised is not great. So it's probably better to just fight them if they see you. Kind of gets to a point where I'm like, I feel like they didn't really get why other games with set spawn points for enemies or enemies in the overworld, like Chrono Trigger and such, worked. Standing under, sitting under, flying over. Hell yeah. But at least I can do that. Anyway. Hi. I'm just gonna get the surprise. I'm gonna have Mag hit him both this time. She needs to start getting FP back. Okay. These guys have more than 857 HP apparently, which is a lot. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. There's no way I did it. Fuck you. Ha 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 ha. Oh my fucking god. I'm so goated. Everyone make sure you jump and do a little spin. Fun fact, you get dizzier and more likely to develop being prone to motion sickness when you're older because you stop spinning so much compared to when you're a child. I guess I should start spinning on the daily. I do my daily jump. Make sure I never forget how to jump. It's always been interesting to me that one of the most core inherent video game mechanics is jumping, because when you're an adult, like when do you really ever need to jump, you know? I mean, even as a kid, you don't really need to jump. You just do it just for the thrill. So it's a very, like, I wouldn't say unintuitive. That's not the right word. It's just interesting that that's such a core thing in video games. I'm gonna look this up. What was the first platformer? Donkey Kong is widely considered the first true platformer. For introducing jumping, the Space Panic from 1980 technically predates it, but lacked a jump mechanic. What does Space Panic look like? Earlier Space Panic featured climbing, while Crazy Climber involved vertical scaling. Okay. There's a video on it. Well. Interesting. I know Jump Flash is considered the first like true blue 3D platformer. Generally, from what I've always heard, and as far as I know, that's true. But I actually, I don't know, could be wrong. Jump a lot because when I get excited, it's hard to hold my body since my excitement is usually bigger than my body, so it comes out by hopping in place. You know what? That's valid. I feel like we need to normalize more whimsical ways of showing excitement as adults because everyone kind of gets that beaten out of them. I don't want to go back downstairs. What the fuck? Navigator. Not unless I have to. It's not... I feel like excitement and joy, like other emotions are, you know, because I feel like most people know, even if they're not good at, you know, doing it. Most people are aware that like bottling up emotions too much is not really that good for you. Hello. Having a way to vent negative emotions is healthy. But I feel like nobody talks about that. Ray is basically dead. Holy shit. Nobody talks about that with positive emotions, but I think it's a similar deal. I feel like it's good to like hold it in. Seal. Let's see. I feel like I'm gonna have to go out of my way to get the Pokemon Stadium seal sound because every time I try to find it, I have to like dig through stuff to actually find it. Just a couple of sea dogs. Real. Best bit in the show, by the way. Okay. We're getting a little low on healing, which I don't like. What? I mean, I know that's the whole gimmick difficulty thing of this dungeon is just trying to beat it without your healer, but there you are. I don't know. I don't like. I'm not usually a big fan of when games take away certain mechanics, and that's the challenge. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like the bit in Metal Gear games where you lose all your items is usually my least favorite bit of that game, of those games, except in Metal Gear Solid 2 because it's kind of funny. But if it weren't funny, I would hate it. It's also very short, to be fair. And it's only funny because Raiden is just running around naked with his hand covering his crotch. So you just have to do like silly little like side flips to kick people to knock them out. Canonically, he did do the VR missions. And it's debated as to whether the Game Boy Color game is canon or not. Which would also be a thing that Raiden did, if it is. Any instances in games where they give you something or add something to handicap you instead of taking away something as a challenge. In the first thing that comes to mind is in Gurumin, the creepy dude who upgrades your I think his name's Beryl or something. The creepy dude who upgrades your drill gives you the sweaty parts, which curses your drill and makes it at its weakest state at all times until you beat the next little thing of the game. Which, you know, is kind of funny that the guy who should be upgrading your stuff just gives you an upgrade that actually just makes everything worse. but you don't actually, it's not a very long section, so it's not like annoying or anything. There's a navigator. Shows you all information for the current floor. Interesting. Into the dungeon, there's a thing called curse, and depending on how many points of curse you get, enemies get harder and have a chance to empower them. Some weapon and actions give you curse points. Yeah, that is, but that's usually a core part of the gameplay throughout the entire game. With stuff like that, where it's about managing that bar or whatever. X parts. Trying to think. Things that the game upgrades that handicap you. Not super common. And it's usually just meant to be funny when it does happen. Let me see. Feels like something they do in Deltarune, Undertale, but I can't actually think of any items in those games that just make it worse for you. If you put them on. I think it'd be interesting for a game in a section, preferably a short section, to explore a character's main power, be used against them, or have their stats flipped, or the weakest move or their strongest move, and the strongest be the weakest, that kind of thing. That could be interesting, yeah. Yeah, the negative thing, effect items are like items no one would ever use, but they have a specific purpose that you would use them for. So I feel like it's not quite the same. The character's power being used against them. Kingdom Hearts kinda has the power used against you thing. In Hollow Bastion, when Riku takes your Keyblade. But only kinda. Because I feel like that's more of a downgrade in the sense that it just takes your Keyblade away, and the difficulty is you can't hurt the Heartless with the wooden sword. But I mean, Riku does just take the Keyblade and your party members. So it's kind of sort of, but he never fights you with your party members, or he doesn't use your abilities against you. He has his own set. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door has it used against you when Dupla swaps bodies with Mario, and then you have to fight your own party members. Toho has Shikeki use a move that makes a shadow copy of the protagonist you didn't pick. That's interesting. The interesting thing in 1000 Year Door is it's one of those sections where it gets harder the more you upgraded your own party members and stuff, which is interesting. Shadow Labyrinth and Super Paper Mario is the final boss. Use shadow clones of all the protagonists. True. I was trying not to do too many of the fighting a shadow version of characters, though. I feel like that's pretty on the nose about it. And sometimes they don't even use the same moves as you necessarily. Hmm.
There you are.
Bup, 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 bup. One sec. Hmm. Um. Yeah, I don't know. It's not super common. Aside from games that have shadow versions of the protagonist that you have to fight, which I usually just refer to as like mirror battles. Devil and Skullgirls and mostly use other fighters' attacks as their own, but that's more of a it's more of a gimmicky thing. As far, I mean, I haven't played Skullgirls in forever, but I'm assuming it's not, her move set doesn't change depending on who she's fighting or anything. It just happens to have a lot of because of her being like a mimic or whatever. She just happens to do that. I'm specifically trying to think of things where the game gives you something that you would think is going to be an upgrade, or something, or a new item, and then that upgrade or item actually makes things harder. Because I don't really see that much. I think the closest you get usually is in story-heavy games, where you get a whatchamacallit? You get an item that makes you stronger, but in the story it has negative implications. Like the fact that you got that item is kind of a drawback. How do you think you'd fight a shadow clone of yourself? Skullgirls is a 2D fighting game. How do you think I'd fight a shadow clone of myself? Interesting. I don't know. I guess because I'm not. I feel like I'd have an easier time with that with like a character than I would me, because I'm not like a fighter. I mean, if I had to beat myself, first thing that comes to mind is like the best defense against me is items I consider to be sentimental. Is a shield. Because I wouldn't if you held up my base between us, I wouldn't want to like come at you swinging or try to tackle you or anything. So, you know, that would work. Yeah, if they're my opposite, they'd be weak to purple. Oh god, I'm not I'm starting to wonder if we need to leave and replenish our items or something. I feel like kind of like that one syndrome joke in The Incredibles, where Mr. Incredible tries to get him to monologue to distract him. I feel like if you can get me talking or monologuing or something, I feel like that would genuinely work on me. Yeah, Skullgirls is a great art style. I don't like fighting games, but I like looking at concept art for fighting games because it usually looks amazing. What the fuck was it called? It's named after like some kind of like crow. Hold on. Yeah, Yatagarasu. Back on Cataclysm? Yes. Is there a... Where is the wiki for Yatagarasu? I remember looking through this... I swear there was a wiki or something for this game when I looked it up originally. I remember looking through like art of it. Wiki. I don't remember where I like learned about it. I don't see it anywhere. Weird. Oh wait, nope, that's the anime. God damn it. Okay, never mind. I'll just look up art. No. Fuck you. Here. I'll just look up art somewhere. I just remember seeing it and I remember looking through all the characters and having a fun time with that. Here. This is a Steam header, but I just really like the art style. I feel like I'd have a lot of fun fighting myself, but I'm also crazy, so yeah, that would be interesting. The only fighting game I ever oh, Scott, yeah. I mean, again, that's more of a shadow thing. I feel like the shadow thing isn't quite the same, but I guess in his case it is because it is like they actually do fight the same. I don't know. All right. Oh, fighting. Yeah. Okay. I see what you meant. What was I saying? I forgot. Anyway, the only fighting game... God damn it. She's dead. He's dead. Escape.
Wake up now.
The only fighting game I played as a kid was Soul Calibur, really. Okay, well, at least they're at max HP now, but I don't know how much more of this we have to fucking deal with. So... Okay. That's something that handcuffs me in games like Breath of the Wild when I get a super powerful weapon, but it's usually a two-hand, so it's slower. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely more of a personal preference thing, but I do agree that sometimes you get a game or you get a weapon in a game that seems like it would be really good, and then you use it and realize that it's so anachronistic to your playstyle that it just holds you back. All right. I never liked the heavier weapons in Breath of the Wild either. I usually prefer any playstyle that lets me jump around and be really mobile. So I tend to prefer action heavier games that have dodge rules and stuff.
I felt that one.
Ouch. Yeah, but I feel like when you get good at dodging, parrying, it doesn't matter what you're using. Like if you're good enough, you can just use literally any weapon and just spam it over and over. So at that point, it's not even about which weapon you use. Firefly mushroom. Although honestly, I just tried not to fight any more than I had to in those games because of the weapon durability. Firefly mushroom cures everything but fallen. Forbidden Forgotten Land had such a good feeling dodge. That game definitely was fun combat-wise. Okay. Nice.
Now I'm warmed up.
Very bad at dodging. Honestly, most games just figure it's better for me to learn how to fight rather than dodge. They can't learn both at the same time. That's fair enough. It's definitely a valid playstyle. I'm very much a float like a butterfly, sting like a bee type. I think when it comes to games. Very much jumping around, dodging, and then getting in one hit, and then pulling back, rinse and repeat. In some games, it's kind of a detriment because there are definitely games that reward you more for not doing that. So there are some games where it can kind of make some of the fights go on longer, like Devil May Cry. There are definitely fights that want you to not just get in little pokes and actually specifically want you to go out of your way to get combos in, but I usually don't get super big combos or anything. But it varies depending on the game. Every game has its own little quirks. Yeah. Like I've never like I'm not a big fan of Dark Souls anyway, but I can't play any of the builds where like you have a slow roll. It just doesn't work for me.
Check me out now.
I gotta be able to jump around and dodge constantly. Okay.
I'll slash y'all.
Bam.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start spamming special moves.
I can't believe it! Ow! I can't believe it!
We are out of any and all healing right now, though. Do I have an escape item? Do not. Hmm.
Here goes. Yeah.
Hopefully I'm wrong and this place is shorter than the last one. I'm trying to sneak up on it. I feel like it also in previous dungeons, I feel like they were constantly throwing healing items at me that I didn't need, and now I just am not picking any up. Hmm. Trying to get behind it. Staghound. This is a new, stronger version of the tank enemies. Triple ammo. Punch it just to be safe.
Wham. Bam.
All right. Hmm. I'm in a fucking circle. All right. Then go back. Ow, fuck. There's the stairs. Oh, oh, come on. Oh god, that's a new enemy type. Healing. Pure all. I don't want pure all. I want Nowlins and ampules. It's the claw. Press arm. Oh, Gray's
I
dead.
am mortified.
Wham. Bam. Ah.
This is an annoying mechanic. What are you called? Just so I know. Gangit.
I'll slash y'all! Here goes! Yeah.
Miss. Giant knuckle.
Here goes nothing!
Unlike Mag, he doesn't chuckle. But you keep giving me status healing items that I don't need at all. Oh my god. Oh my god. There was 1200 to one friend. Shion arc. Kinda. I mean, it's more so that Shion gets a thing that I don't know. Kinda sorta. God damn it.
Hi-ya! Yo! Go get him! Jump! Oh yeah! Smack!
Like that has a lot more story implications
Take that!
than anything. Not so much gameplay. Not in the way that Emery was asking. Quick attack. Alright, oh wait, I should have fucking given Shane a Blue Moss.
Wanna try this?
Hmm.
Yo! Wham!
Wham bam slam.
Here goes! Yeah!
I feel like the closest thing I can even think of to that like upgrade that's actually a downgrade is like D&D or something, like getting a cursed item. Specifically ones that have like a good effect, but they also have a really negative effect that in the long run ends up kind of not being worth it. Fire resistant ring, thanks game. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. It doesn't look like they can chase me onto the conveyor belts, so that's good. I'm gonna risk fighting enemies in these and hope that they have healing items.
Hi-ya!
Keep ready to use Blue Moss. Ouch, that hurt a lot. Holy shit.
Wham! Bam!
Hammers and Smash Bros. That's true. If the head falls off or it's squeaky, then yeah. More of a trap. I feel like, but yeah, no, that's similar enough, I think. 2 rings, and appraisal item. Cool. Alright. Hmm.
Here goes!
Uh,
Hi-ya!
I don't know how much longer we can hold out. Source of Spirit. Increases maximum FP value. I always put stat upgrades on the main character. Upgrade kit. Do you think there are people who play Kingdom Hearts and they go attack up? Well, Donald has low attack, so I should give that to him. Addendum. Do you think there are people who do that who are old over the age of 14?
Hi-ya!
Why did I do that?
You can't get
That
me.
was so lucky. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm more so what I meant.
Wham! Bam! Ah!
Uh,
Here goes! Yeah!
I feel like most people
Check me out
who grew up playing
now.
games, when they get to adulthood, they either look up who the best person to give stat upgrades to is, or they just do what I do and put them all on the main character. But I've always done that, even since I was a kid, so. The only time that that doesn't apply, I guess, is what would you not give attack up to someone with low attack? No, because usually they're it's not worth it. Because they're not going to be attacking
Wham!
generally.
Bam! Ah!
So like if you have a team, if you have a Kingdom Hearts as an example, Donald has the lowest attack because he's spending most of his time casting spells. So if you give him higher attack, it doesn't really do much because you want him casting spells, not hitting things with his staff.
Hi-ya! Ah! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
I was gonna say for Pokemon, as a kid, I only ever used my starter, but now as an adult, I use a full team. So as a kid, I would just give all the stat ups to my starter until I couldn't put them on anymore. You wouldn't want everyone to be balanced? No, that is what I would call a beginner's trap.
Yeah, I'm powered up.
You want? I mean, it's a valid. It's valid technically. It depends on the difficulty of the game, I suppose. Like, I think if you're playing KH2 on beginner mode and you give all your you give all your attack ups to Donald, I think you'll be fine. No matter what your like skill at the game is. But if you're playing Final Fantasy and you... Does Final Fantasy have that? I don't know. I can't remember if they even have like stat up items in Final Fantasy games, really. Trying to think. To go back to Pokemon as an example, I wouldn't want to put a bunch of attack ups on my Gardevoir because I would want to be using moves like Psychic. I don't know. I assume Gardevoir is a special attacker. And I don't actually remember. Yeah, I thought so. Kind of varies on game to game. It's mostly an RPG thing because, you know, stats obviously are a big thing in RPGs. I think min-maxing can kind of be a trap too, depending on how you do it. I think you can over min-max a bit. I hope this kills it. Cool. I don't know, because now that I'm thinking about it, I guess stat up items like Kingdom Hearts' attack ups and defense ups aren't super common. Actually, like they're not like a staple of RPGs across the board. And in terms of equipment, you usually can't just give all equipment to whoever you want. It's usually locked to certain characters or certain classes. I'm trying to think of an example, but I'm drawing up some blanks. Oh god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see. Deltarune, you can choose to have like Ralsei be more magic focused or more attack focused. But that's more depending on how you handle. It's more of a gameplay style. Like you want to up Ralsei's attack if you are attacking a lot. Oh god. But if you're playing a purely like pacifist style, then it wouldn't do any good because you're not attacking, so there's no point. Aside from like key fights and stuff. Please be a healing. Okay, thanks, game. Fucker. Oh god. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's no way we'd be able to run out of the dungeon. We'd have to run up so many floors and not get into a single fight, or win every single fight on the way out. Where did that Magnet Punch? Okay, it worked. I was worried it was going to survive. So my only option is to get to a point where we can teleport out of the dungeon. All right. I am going to take a break. And then we will see if we can survive. Kirby. Oh, Haito. Will we survive? Let's find out. Also, thank you for the stream. Three stream streak equation. I feel like the irony of what I was saying earlier, though, for Kingdom Hearts at least, is I would argue that the sword is probably, aside from, unless you just really like the abilities that it gives you early game, I'd kind of argue the sword is the worst pick for Kingdom Hearts because it buffs your attack a little bit, but because bosses have a damage cap, unless you're playing like a do as few battles as possible run, it's not really going to make any real difference in the later half of the game, I feel like. It makes, I would argue that it really only makes a difference until you get Cure. Like that first section up through Deep Jungle, which to be fair is an annoying section. Or specifically, I'd say Deep Jungle is an annoying section, but it's only going to make a slight difference. But the shield gives you the extra item slot, and the staff gives you MP and AP boost, so if you're playing on beginner mode, I'd argue that the only correct option is the staff, because you, for Kingdom Hearts 1, you get the attack ups and defense ups and AP ups in your inventory at the start, and the bonus experience ring. So like, you may as well just get the extra MP right off the bat. Fuck. I don't want to lose all my progress because I'm assuming it's just going to send me back to my last save if I die, but man. I went out of this hell. All right. Oh, escape.
Hey, come on back here!
Like, I wanna... The problem is that usually these things, if they have an enemy in them, it's because there's an item that you would get appraised, not... like an item that would heal you or something. Oh. Hmm. Okay, I wasn't sure that that would work, and it's silly that it did. It didn't work. Okay, what did I do? Oh, did it turn off the boulders? Something? I don't know what it did. Damn it. Oh, I do not know how I got past that. Oh god, it did not turn off the boulders and we died. What did it do? It didn't open anything that I saw. Alright.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
So
thank
you all
fuck.
got wiped out.
Does not
If
send
it
you to your
looks
last
risky,
save.
you should come back.
1000D, that's fine.
Oh,
I'll...
rats. And just when we have to hurry to save Linear.
Oh my god. Alright. So it's Pokemon rules then. In that case, we wasted a shit ton of time, but it's better than losing a ton of progress. Okay. And then we need to do as much upgrading the party as we can. Cranberry juice and some sliced cucumbers. It sounds tasty. I like both of those things.
Hey, brother.
Hmm. An accessory. Prevents changes to formation. That's actually pretty
Hey,
good.
brother.
I'm gonna put that on mag, actually.
Hey, brother.
Now mag can't be sent back. Okay. Shotgun for 30 more attack on Gray. I'm gonna swap
Hey,
Gray
brother.
out, actually. Question is, who do I want to put in the party? Do we want to keep Chain? Do we want Pepper? Are they here still? Yeah. Do we want Carcano? He's got to be pretty good, right? If they didn't give us him, if we just got him now.
What do you say, Mag?
Gray, you wait
Is
here.
that so? Well then, please call on me whenever there is something I can do.
Gray is not the best party member, which is on purpose because Gray doesn't take money from you at the end of a mission. But man, I wish he was better. All right. And do we want to keep Chain? We did get parts that she can use. There also a beginner's trap to want to rotate characters in the party equally, or is that just a me thing? No, that's not a beginner's trap. I mean, you might have to grind more often, but it's not a beginner's trap. No. That's just how you would play like Pokemon or something. Or, I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't rotate. I just used my starter, but that comes with the issue of anything that's strong against your starter is gonna beat you up, and that's bad. Shuffle parts. And in games like this, all your party members level up equally, regardless of if you use them or not, so there's no penalty. Usually, if anything, you usually get punished for not rotating party members, which has happened to me before. Because I have a bad habit of picking favorites and not wanting to swap my favorites out of the party. Uh, bow, bow, bow. Jump, spin. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna test
What do
out
you
a
wanna do
completely
there?
separate team. Shane, you wait here.
Okay, I'll be wait. Oh,
So if anything, I'd say it's a beginner's trap not to rotate your party members, and I think a lot of people don't think to do that enough, especially with games like Final Fantasy VII that have large uh, large teams, but you can only use 3 of them at a time. You will feel the burn of having only used the same 3 characters the whole game. And in some RPGs, you run the risk of a character getting killed off for a story moment, and you put a bunch of levels into that character specifically, and no one else, and then you're like, God damn it. So don't do that. Very yandere of you. I approve. I would also want to keep everyone to myself and not let anyone else in. Fair.
Come on.
We need as much healing as possible.
What is it? Come on back.
Sweet.
What is it?
Do you have... You only have regular red vipers. That's fair enough, I suppose. We should also... Did we buy an escape instance? Is it really that big a deal if I have to pay 1,000 if I die? At this point, it seems kind of like silly to even bother. Buy 3. But I don't want to have too many. I'd rather just heal everyone before they die. Do you smell moss? Me walking into the convenience store. Hey, do you sell moss here? I'm gonna buy as many Nowlin golds as I can fucking afford. Or as many as I can put in my inventory, I should say.
What is it? Come on back.
Alright, we're just gonna be doing this for a minute. I didn't want to sell... No, sell that shit. I didn't want to buy that. I went to stretch and accidentally slapped my... Here we go. There it is. Kind of like slapped my analog stick. Yeah, that's enough of that, I
Come
guess.
on back if you want some.
Okay. Um. hmm, Let's see. We can turn Pepper into a healer. I forgot about that.
Welcome.
Okay.
Come on.
Equip. Pepper, Ice Blast, and Recovery Blast.
Is that it?
Hmm. Alright, let's upgrade the ice and recovery parts. And then let's go upgrade Carcano's parts. And then upgrade recovery parts one more time so they do as much healing as possible. I don't know how good the healing's actually going to be, but if it's even just a little healing is going to go a long way in this dungeon. All right, where are we going? Oh, right. We got to go back this way. All right, this time we'll do it. Hopefully we get to keep the map that we unlocked when we went through all those floors. And if I'm really lucky, it'll just take me back to where I died, but I doubt that'll be the case. Should have just... What the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? I can actually... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. We can just get to go back. This game is so much easier than I was giving it credit for. I thought that it was gonna just punish me so bad. And we're just right back where we left off, but way stronger. Well, we have healing, a lot of healing, and we're like slightly stronger, I should say. But that's worth something, I think. Honestly, now that we have so much healing, we probably should be fighting every enemy. It's kind of like flipped on its head now. I want to see how strong everyone is right now.
Take that.
Oh, she missed.
Out of my face!
26, but that's middle row.
Take
Pepper's fast, actually. I didn't realize how quick she was.
Yow.
That'll be very useful, especially since she's the healer.
Yeah.
Until we get Linear back. We put Linear and Pepper in. I have 2 healers. I'll just never die. Should I leave Pepper center? Just because she is the healer? Probably not. I think we'll be fine, honestly. Okay. I'll probably still skip any enemies we can, but I feel like the further down we go, the more narrow the pathways are going to be.
Out of my
Yeah,
face!
so he does like 300 something, which isn't like on par with Mag, but it's still... Oh my god, 1100? She must have really bad equipment on. I didn't consider that. Flop. Okay. I was so busy buying all this healing, I didn't think about their equipment. Pepper. Mornowland Blast. on yourself. Um. And now we got a purple hand. I remember what it was, but that's something I've watched or something recently. One of the voice actors in it was the voice actor for Master Hand and Crazy Hand. And whatchamacallit? Smash Bros. And not do much. But Steel Hand. I'm not gonna be surprised if she dies from one of these attacks. Okay, Carcana's actually got an okay defense already. Big Arm, Wire Parts, Wire Catch. Actually, bringing that to the front row is a good idea because I can finish it with Mag. And now and Mag actually go really well together. Mag's got stuff to send enemies to the back row, and Carcana can pull them up front. Yeah, Pepper,
Just leave it to me.
you were going to the back row. You have no good equipment on. Oh, I think I sold everything we had. Oh man, we had equipment that I probably could have put on her too. Super now, Lin Blast. Restores all HP of one friend. That sounds super good. What the hell?
Take that!
It still does alright damage in the back.
Out of my face.
They keep targeting her because they know she has the worst defense. I guess in a weird way that means that they're not targeting our heavy hitters though. It's not the worst thing. Doesn't mean I'm gonna have to heal her after like every fight. But it is what it is. Aha. Hopefully we can find some equipment for her while we're running around this area. Alright, we're on floor 15, I think.
Take that!
There's shovel parts. Act Hole, blocks enemy skills. Trance Hole, confuses enemy. Interesting, do it.
Drop in anytime.
That was very loud. Ow. It didn't confuse us.
Hurts!
I'm slide too.
Hi-ya! Take that!
You're still alive? What the fuck? Thank you, Lead Ball, for making Mag immune to position swap. You son of a bitch.
Hi-ya!
You're not even capable of moving side to side with those wheels. Alright, anyway. Moving on. Very loud, I got scared and thought I was going to get isekai'd into a software. Yeah, I don't know why it was so loud. Usually when this game does that thing that a lot of old games do where if it plays multiple versions of the same sound effect at once, they get really loud, but that was only one version of it. Unless it applies that sound effect to 12 times because there are 12 possible spaces on the board. If it's doing that, then that's stupid, and also I'm probably never using the shovel parts again, just for the sake of I don't want to deal with hearing that noise every time. Let's see. I'm gonna punch you.
Wham! Bam!
Go gadget, large fist. Pop, 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 pop. Hi there. Just gonna walk away. Oh! I was hoping he wouldn't find a way around the wall. Hi.
Take that!
Punch. Punch.
Hi-ya!
Cool. Now that we have a healer on the team, we're kind of just back to how I usually play. Oh wait. We didn't go in here. Punch. Of course. Really hoping when some of these chests have armor that Pepper can throw on.
Take that!
Also, I don't really want to use skills too much because
I can't believe it!
we don't know how many floors there are, but we're at floor like 15, so I feel like we're
Hi-ya!
at a low enough floor that I'd rather just... The only skills we're really using are the Pepper's healing
I'm
stuff.
powered up!
We probably could just use the items instead. For now, TBH. Chameleon color, that's useless. But I guess I'll keep it, because it could technically get me past some enemies if I wanted it to. Lineup whistle, that's totally useless.
Take that!
Hi-ya!
Bam, bam, bam. I'd be mad if I got isekai'd and I woke up in a sci-fi world, I think. I'm just not enough. I really just am not a fan of much sci-fi media. Oh, great. Like even some of the sci-fi-ish stuff I do like, where it's like kind of like sci-fi fantasy mix. I still would rather just be in like a full-on fantasy world.
Take that!
Oops.
Hi-ya!
Confusion shell. I don't like that. Please don't confuse Mag. Please don't confuse Mag. Thank goodness. I did not want to have to deal with Mag turning around and just one-shotting Pepper. Out of all the world that could have been dropped into the universe, chose the one I hate the most, except maybe like a Western. Western would suck. That's fair. I would rather be in a sci-fi world, I think, than a Western. Kind of depends on the Western, maybe, though. I don't know. In some ways, I do wonder if I could maybe get used to being in a Western if I, you know, really tried. I just don't like tech stuff. I just don't find it very appealing. I don't know. I also feel like a Western or a sci-fi has a much higher chance of being dystopian, and I don't really want to be in a dystopia. I would at least argue that there are some ways that I think a Western you would be kidnapped in a Western. You are correct. It would work a lot better for me. I'd be some cool long-haired cowboy having to come and like pull you off the train tracks that they tied you to. That a guy with a curly mustache tied you to. This better not be what I think it is. Okay, it's poison. I thought it was... It looked kind of yellow, so I thought we were going to start the battle paralyzed, and I was going to be really mad. Okay, change my mind. We're using ability skills in here, because every turn we take poison damage, and I don't feel like doing that, so... Captive only to be saved by a Moth Fairy Cowboy. Hell yeah. Riding a normal-sized horse.
Go get him! Oh yeah! Smack! All right. Take that!
Nice. Probably don't need to be using that attack. It's like triple what or almost triple the damage I need to be doing. I said normal sized horse, and I thought of like you having a normal sized cowboy mustache. That would be very funny too.
Wham! Bam! Ah!
Take that!
I just realized that one part of the surprised battle theme is like kinda similar to the Yu Yu Hakusho opening, where it's like da 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 da.
Take that!
The Yu Yu Hakusho OP is like legendarily good. I can't play it on stream. It'll get muted 100%, but I'll put it in chat. Smile Bomb, that's it. By Sarah White. This is the Crunchyroll upload of it for some reason. I don't know. I'm just gonna hope that it's a good sounding version of it. Here you go. Good shit. Anyway, let's kill this guy.
Hi-ya!
Oh, I forgot that I was gonna do poison damage.
Take care!
I do have that art of me in like an oversized hat that I commissioned from Hayano. What was it? Oh, healing, right. That is pretty funny. And fits what we were talking about. Where is it? I can't remember if I have it in the break, just because it's technically not fan art since I commissioned it. So I don't remember if it's there or not. I'm gonna show it anyway. Watch. Here we go. There it is. This one. Oh god. Which is actually the reference image I sent. I just sent this image with like no instructions. Basically, it was like just do what you want with it, and it turned out much cuter because this is the reference image. Makes me laugh. All right. I know it's a god. It's a very good, very cute bit of art. I was genuinely surprised that it turned out so good with so little input from me. All right. Bam. Troll mixer.
How about that?
You know, I've never been invited. I don't know if I feel like that. I really only feel like I ever hear about mixers in anime, but I've never heard of. I've never been invited to one, and I've never known anyone that was invited to one in real life. But the idea of getting invited to like a thing where it's like, yeah, it's 4 dudes and 4 girls, and the goal is for at least one pair to walk out of there, you know, dating or something is very strange to me. Sounds terrifying, honestly. Damn it. Oh, right. I can't leave until I beat the enemies. I forgot that's what we were doing. Combo.
Wham! Bam! Ah!
Okay. Bang. Alrighty. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. I'm free at last. Common in Greek life, whether you're looking to get a bid from the sorority fraternity of your choosing, or if you're already a pledge. Interesting. Sounds awful. Then the fact that that's real and it happens at college. I'm very glad I never got invited to any. I was not in Greek life. I knew people that were,
Take that.
but I never touched any of it. I was not interested in socializing. Did you ever actually go to any of the mixers, or were you just invited? Bop, ba-da-bop, bop, bop. Kablam.
Take that.
Rockbringer.
Gotcha!
Oh my god, he cloned himself. Kagabunshin no Jutsu. Alright, give me that. Firefly mushroom. Sounds cute, but I don't think it actually does anything particularly good. Oh, it cures everything, but okay, I mean, I guess it's not bad. I just don't really need to use that type of stuff in this game. All right, floor 15. If my guess is correct, we have 17, 19, 20, 7 floors left, including this one. And if I'm wrong, I'm right. And if I'm right, I'm right. So it just means I'm right. Punch. I guess to be fair, I think I specifically went to 3 parties. And then there was also one that was held in my room, and I wasn't a fan of that. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Ooh, wow. Okay. This got fancy as fuck. It also looks like a circuit board. My school specifically, which is a private school, and you know how that circle is. We went to a couple. It was a lot of peacocking. Yeah, that's what I figured. Just trying to flex and look as cool as possible. Also, it only had 16 floors.
Large amount of power.
Sci-fi Great Gatsby level. Yes.
Linear, you go on ahead.
All we need is, what is it? The curtains or whatever, and the Eye of God watching down, looking down on us, and fucking what, the green light. I don't remember. It's been I haven't read The Great Gatsby in like 13 years.
I'll take care of this right away.
You gonna take care of me,
What?
bitch?
So you are the ones who came.
You're fucking dead.
Where is Linear? What are you so worried about?
As in how old Linear is, or about oh, she is exactly 16 actually.
You are at the
Yes.
Final stage. Soon we will be able to change
Huh. Interesting.
into the true form of evolution.
What a coinky dink.
Now you will help me stall for
Bro.
time until then. We are
Speaking of
so
peacocking,
close. I cannot let you interfere.
oh, we got new battle music. Okay, that's something. Thank God.
Be still.
And missed on Mag at least.
I'm over it.
Hey, you're not allowed to dodge. Tower Bringer. Fuck, go for it, man. You're gonna miss as well. Is he unhittable? No, he's not. Good. Okay. We just happened to miss on our very first whatchamacallit, attack. What's up, Cobran? Welcome. Bottom hammer. Go for it.
Here goes nothing. Smack. Blammo. Whack.
Bottom hammer, super effective against bottoms.
Go away.
You go away. Rip.
Hey,
She's gonna be healing herself a lot.
Now, struggle in darkness.
You can cast Can it cause blindness? Yes. I can cure that, but she's a healer, so she doesn't actually need to hit.
That's it. Ha! Drop in any time.
Fuck him up.
Out of my face.
Hunting shinies like crazy over Daikons. Nice. Which did he catch any shinies? All right.
You hanging in there?
Ow.
Believe it.
That did a lot. Goddamn. Bottom hammer.
Here goes nothing. Smack. Blammo. Whack.
Kerblam. Tentacool, Daikon got a Hoot Hoot and Piplup. Nice. I don't remember what any of them look like, so I'll look them up in a set. I don't shiny hunt, so I don't actually know what most shinies look like off the top of my head.
Be still.
Here you go. Do Tower Bringer again.
That's it. Ha! Drop in any time. Out of my face.
There we go. Oh, okay. Swap.
Don't get my chain.
Why did she say that? What a weird thing to say.
Down.
Hunting for a shiny champions team? Hell yeah.
Hey, Butthead.
Alright. Here is shiny Tentacruel.
Right here.
How dare you? You are one annoying bastard.
Here goes nothing. Smack. Blammo. Whack. Dakota Cross.
Here. As the we'll pull up shiny Hoot Hoot now that the where'd it go? Why is it not showing up? Oh, I grabbed the wrong one, that's why. It's just layered on top of itself. Bam, shiny Hoot Hoot. And
That's it. Ha!
Rip.
Drop in any time. Out of my face.
E-Bird. It's got the same colors as the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix Power Wilds. And Piplup. Oop. Bam. Oh, a horsey too? Damn. Crazy. He's heal enough. Please don't kill Mag. I would hate that. All right, they need to use their turns. Oh wait, they can't, motherfucker. This might not go well. Horsey. Merlin plus blast. Fingers crossed that this works out. Horsey.
Oh, ticking of time. Be still.
Okay, good. That's the move I hope we use. We sure are, but at least we're at the boss of this dungeon and not running around inside the dungeon.
Gotcha.
And it's a story boss, so it's like actual, genuine progression. Oh god. Oh fuck. Ow. Protect me, shinies.
Here goes nothing. Smack.
Please die.
Blammo. Whack.
Ba, 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 ba. Why are you still alive?
Hey, butthead.
Not bad for a human.
Uh-oh. What the fuck is natural disaster? Oh, it's this. Okay. Ow. Oh, Carcano's dead. Motherfucker.
You hanging in there?
Oh yeah, Cobran and Darkan.
Oh, darkness.
I know, Carcano's cool. Bot, or not bot, they caught Chinese. So I put them on screen. I guess you could buy shinies, that works too. I'm hoping they'll give us some like luck so I don't lose this fight.
You hanging in there?
No.
Not bad.
This attack. Arcano and Pepper have like no defense compared to Mag. And we're so fucking slow because it keeps doing agility downs. If this doesn't kill, then I'm just dead.
Hi-ya!
God, wouldn't that have been so funny if that worked? We're fucked. Game over. Yeah, yeah. What? I dead? What the hell? I guess if you lose in certain fights, you just die. It's just
Come on,
straight up
let's
dead.
go for it today.
Okay, that's annoying.
What do you
At least now I know that we don't need to buy a bunch of healing items going in.
Yes. Well then, please.
Because of her healing stuff. We can just upgrade our equipment.
What do you say, Mag?
No, come on,
What do you
come
say,
with me.
Mag?
No, wait, no, I keep,
What do you say?
wait, chain, yes.
I'll be
Alright.
Bye.
Big difference between being dead and being dead. So last time I died, it just sent me back to town and made me pay 1,000, but it didn't actually remove any of my progress. But this time it made me, it just like sent me back to my last save, which means we lost a lot of progress. So not a lot, but a decent amount. Volcano. Alright.
Hey, brother.
Hi. Hunter's gear. Slightly better. By that. Lightning rod helmet. For mag. Scarlet bandana. Both of them. I don't really need her attack to be up. I need her defense to be as high as possible, so. I also don't want to drop her agility any. I need her going as often as possible. Da-da-da-da-da. Hmm. Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Up. Wait. Oh, that's headwear? Oh. I didn't realize that. Okay. I don't think I bought anything else for mag. Scarlet bandana. Volcanoes. Scarlet bandana. Did I buy him? I thought I bought him something else. Alright, so...
Hey, bro.
Alright, slightly better equipment. Don't really need anything out here except maybe a couple red vipers. I'll buy a couple of these. 1, 2, 4. Yeah.
Come on back if you want some.
Okay. Damn. Okay. We'll take a break and then I'll upgrade our stuff. And then we'll go back in and hopefully do better this time. P or B? Oh, Haito. Alright.
Welcome.
Da-da-da-da.
Come on.
Okay. She doesn't really need the ice parts, does she?
Is that it?
Pop. Hopefully upgrading the recovery parts does upgrade its healing. I'm not gonna upgrade Pepper's Fire Blast or Laser Blast. I think I'm just gonna upgrade her recovery parts. Maybe I should. I don't know. Peacock motherfucker's ass. Yes, yes, indeed. It's going down. Yeah, I'll upgrade it. Okay. So we can afford to do for now. Save here in case I do die again. We have less to get through. Right. Keep forgetting. All right. Let's get back to it. Okay. Fuck.
Take that!
Hiya.
Out of my face.
You can't knock me back. I'm too heavy.
Hi-ya!
All right. Still gonna put her in the back, even if she might. Her defense and stuff should be slightly better. She's mostly just healing anyway, so. Cool.
Take that!
Bang.
How about that?
I do like that when you unlock a new move, you don't actually have to spend any FP on it. It's kind of nice. Also rude.
Hi-ya! Take that!
I can't believe it!
Oh, back.
Out of my face!
Hi-ya!
Noise.
Ah, I'm hot!
Take care.
Maybe we should go out of our way to like battle every single enemy I see just for because the even like an extra level could make a difference against Yurkin. And we have a healer on the team, so we don't have to worry about HP as much against the regular enemies.
Out of my face!
Nice. Kind of interesting that the
Out of my
three
face!
enemy or the three or four parties,
Believe it!
3 or 4 person party, I should say,
Hi-ya!
has become like standard. It's like always one of those in RPGs. Aside from the weird ones like Pokemon where it's singles and sometimes doubles. Which I guess we have. I guess that's been a thing for a long time, to be fair. It's way, way back. So. Oh, that pepper isn't probably named after the seasoning. That's got me thinking, if you were a seasoning, which one would you be? Maybe nutmeg or something. Probably more nutmeg, because nutmeg can be super duper overpowering. Good question. Also, I think I went backwards, but whatever. Or no, I didn't. Never mind. Good question. Very good question. That's tough, because I'm not like...
I can't believe it!
Hi-ya!
a person who does a lot with cooking. I mean, I use a lot of spices, I guess, but like, I don't know a lot about them, I guess, either. I mean, my favorite is usually anything spicy, like cayenne or something.
Take
But I don't think I would be anything like that.
Out of my face!
I like it'd be something subtle.
Hi-ya!
One of those things that like anyone who's like especially good at cooking will tell you helps a lot, but like the kind of seasoning that you notice when it's not there, but you don't really notice it when it's there, I guess. Or not even that you don't notice it, but you don't notice how much it helps until you take it out, I guess. Like a bay leaf. Yeah. Something like stuff like that, yeah, for sure. Right. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I think people think is just dressing, that like is pointless, but it does add a lot. It's kind of like how people talk about, sometimes talk about bass in music, where they're like, oh, I can't even hear the bass. Like, what's the point? But they don't realize that even in songs where the bass isn't super prominent, if you took the bass track out, it would just sound like super empty. I feel like it'd be kind of like, you know, that, but for seasoning. So yeah, like a bay leaf or something. We'll say bay leaf.
Take that!
I think that works.
Out of my face!
Smack.
Hi-ya!
Now, 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 now.
Yes!
All right. Where am I going? This way. Nowlin Royal.
Take that!
You're mean.
Hi-ya!
Let's see. But going back to the party thing of like 3 or 4 characters,
Take
I would like to see more games where you have a party.
Out of my
Normally you
face!
can't change your party during combat, but unless,
Believe it!
the one that comes to mind where you can change your party mid-combat is Final Fantasy X. I would like to see more games that let you change party members mid-combat, because I feel like you can do some interesting stuff with it. Specifically, I would like it. I would like to see it done in a system where each of the party members has like a specific elemental type that they're proficient in. I guess Pokemon does let you swap, so I guess that already exists in Pokemon, to be fair. But I would want it in like a game with a 3 or 4 person party. So you would have like the fire, water, and air characters out, but then you realize you need the person who does light damage, so you have to swap them in. Stuff like that. I'm glad you liked Peak Zero, or that episode, I guess. I didn't mean to do that. Bam, that's what I meant to do. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I just kind of wish more RPGs leaned into elemental stuff being super prevalent. I don't know, I think it's fun. I'm gonna punch this guy.
Wham! Bam!
Out of my face!
See, it sounds like it. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Very similar to the Yu Hakusho thing. I'm not crazy. What element would I say I am? Honestly, I usually associate myself with water.
Take that!
I it's partially because when I get into like media that has things other than Pokemon, I guess, that have like where it's like more humanoid, like, you know, sentient, I guess, characters that have elements. I usually tend to end up associating myself or something with the water elements a lot. Sometimes purposefully because I just like it, and sometimes it's more just coincidental. I don't know. Not that I'm like the biggest water person. Like, I don't go swimming a lot or anything. I mean, I kind of like swimming. I don't know. It's fine. One of those things where like I guess if I had a pool, I'd probably swim pretty regularly, but I don't know if I go out of my way to get a pool. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm also like I'm a Cancer. With like Avatar, I would definitely want water bending. With Homestuck, I associate myself with Void, which has a lot of ties to water. Light and Void are both have a lot of water ties. And that trying to think of something else off the top of my head. You know, I do tend to usually like water areas in games too, because you don't have to deal with the one annoying thing of going to like the beach or something, which is well I guess the two annoying things are having to bring a second change of clothes and also the sun. You're fire. Yeah, I definitely could see you being fired. Probably be green like the forest, either wind or the earth. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like I would associate the color green more with wind if it's an option. I usually either go like brown or purple for earth. Purple just because in Minish Cap it was purple. So I've always kind of like liked that. Yeah, I feel ya. Blue is my favorite color, to be fair. So that also fits with the water thing, I guess.
Take that!
Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Rockbringer.
Gotcha.
I definitely don't see myself being a fire element. That I feel like that feels very anachronistic to me, and that probably only further makes me feel like more associated with water.
Hi-ya! Hey, that hurts!
I don't know. I feel like if I had to be something other than water, it would be like wind. But
Hi-ya! Ow!
those are the only two that I can really ever see myself as.
Take that!
Boop, ba-doop, boop, boop, boop.
Take care!
An Island Blast. We can use this on Pepper just to unlock it. Viper Blast revives a friend and restores 25% of HP. Nice. Now we have revival so long as she's alive. Boop. Punch.
Hi-ya!
I don't know.
Take that!
Water, me being water elemental always just made sense to me, I guess. I do kind of feel like it's one of those things where it kind of at the end of the day, it does kind of just come down to vibes. Steel fist.
Believe it.
Ow. Rude ass mofo. Night, Cobran. Have a good sleep.
Out of my face!
Hi-ya. Take that.
Can't really see yourself as water. People want to associate with water only in the realm of Atlas bloodbending thing. Yeah, I mean, I guess that specifically makes sense, I suppose, because of the Yandere thing. But I can't really see you guys as waterbenders. And I feel like the thing about like bloodbending and the reason, like, I always saw bloodbending as like a thing where you're not. You have to be a waterbender to be a bloodbender. If that makes sense. Like, obviously, you have to be, but like, you know, the whole point of bloodbending is that waterbending can be used combatively, but it also has the healing properties. So bloodbending is taking those healing properties and making them like evil. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, but by that logic, anyone, I don't know. I feel like that's 2 steps away from going, well, your blood's red, so that means firebenders can bloodbend. The more you start to try to pick it apart, I feel like, you know, it's easy to keep making more excuses. So I'm just gonna limit it to what the game says. There was a save point here. God damn it. Well, now we did it. Although, like, to be fair, if we go by Adventure Time rules, what I just said would make sense because Marceline drinks red, not blood. But anyway, my point is, I don't like to like add on to a world's rules beyond what's established too much because you can kind of justify anything if you really try. I like the color blue because I find it prettiest, or does it remind me of something? Do I like a specific shade of blue? It doesn't remind me of anything. No, I don't think so. I just always thought it looked nice. Let me see. I can just like make the shade of blue and just make it a little thingy. Or at least find a shade of blue that's in like the ballpark of what I like. It's getting blue in here, so take off all your blues. I don't know, I got nothing. Let's see. I guess this isn't like sky blue or anything, but I guess it's like a kind of vivid blue, I guess. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. I guess you can make of it what you want. I like most blues and purples. So it's not, I'm not like picky, but I would say, hold on. Let me grab it. Bam, here we go. Like this shade. It's like pretty close to my shirt. Except my shirt's like a darker, or not, maybe not. Yeah, it's a little darker, right? Yeah, it's a bit darker. It's like close-ish. So, yeah. Something in that ballpark, I guess. Alright. Let's make another attempt. If I die again, I'm gonna go run around and try to get like 2 level ups. I always joke that my favorite color is rainbow because I like all the colors. Even though Canon would say our favorite colors are red and black, with of course blue and purple right behind. My favorite color is pink because it reminds me of cotton candy. That's fair. I remember as a kid, probably because of Zelda, I would always kind of like change between red, blue, and green depending on how I was feeling on a particular day. But after a while, I kind of realized that I just kind of like blue more than any other color. Like, pretty consistently will pick blue if it's an option. If I have to pick a color. Unless the specific thing I'm picking it for makes me think, okay, blue doesn't make any sense here.
You hanging in there?
Let's see. Tower Bringer.
Ha! Drop in anytime. Out of my face.
Bam. Pink is definitely like a color I associate with things like candy. Very much though. Like it's a very sweet color. More than any other. I don't know if I was gonna say certain colors can be associated with like certain flavors and stuff, but I would associate blue with like water, so I wouldn't really have like a flavor per se. Unless you want to go with like blue raspberry. Or something.
Here goes nothing.
So red would be like spicy, green would be sour. I feel like yellow also sour because lemons and limes. For some reason I thought he was gonna say Hakuna Matata.
Be still.
Oh wait, we can do a bunch of damage with her. Actually, I forgot.
Now I'm really
Potentially.
wound
Let's see, purple. I wouldn't associate purple with any foodstuffs. I don't think either. God damn it. Brown and black would be umami. That makes sense. Yeah. Or savory for brown would work as well.
Ha! Drop in anytime. Out of my face.
Up, up, up.
Now.
I feel like purple doesn't work because purple's not like a color you get outside of certain things, like grape candy or something. Ow, you're a motherfucker. Undo blindness. Let's see. Bam. Ouch. Oh wait. Okay, you can steal an item. I don't feel like that's that useful.
Ha! Drop in anytime. Out of my face.
Da, 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 da. Kill everybody.
Hanging in there?
I definitely feel like when you get into specifics, different colors work better or worse in different things, but yeah. Just in general, blue is def favorite.
Hey, Butthead.
Alright. Let's hopefully fucking... Oh, god damn it. Okay. Well, I need you not dead, so... It only heals 600, and that's not enough. That heals 1200, so I guess we're doing it.
Not bad.
Oh, here he goes with the fucking AoEs again. Area of effect, more like asshole of evil.
You're hanging in there?
If he attacks Mag or Carcano, they're fucking dead. So they need to heal. Probably gonna have to do some grinding to beat this guy. Which I guess is at the end of the world, but yeah.
How about that?
Goodbye.
I fucking hate you. Yeah, I think we should just let him beat us and go grab some levels.
Go away. Linear.
Guess I don't need to let him beat me, I can just reset the game. Okay, well, grinding time. Or just, yeah, it does this sometimes, hold on. There we go.
ASP.
ESP. Emery stabs people.
Let's go for
Alright,
it today.
let's go level up. I'm trying to think of how much we should level up. I might just spend the rest of the stream just leveling up, and then also do like an hour off stream.
Hi-ya!
Out of my face! Out of my face!
Also, I can now confirm Rune Cape. I never picked that up. Defense down, but agility up. That's good for Pepper then. She can't wear it. Shit. Can you wear it? Yes, and it's ups everything. Well, evasion, agility, and defense. Okay, great. Good. I'm glad we got that. That'll make things slightly easier, I hope. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Take that!
Let's learn this, I guess, just because,
Here goes.
just so we have it. I don't think we'll need it on our boss fight, but it doesn't hurt to have it learned. Magna Reverse. Interesting. Does it have anything special? It's a back rank. There we go. But bottom hammer does more damage, probably,
Here
so.
goes nothing! Smack! Blammo! Whack!
Let's learn that. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful gay. What I sing when I look in the mirror. Boink.
Take that!
Wire dive. We should learn Harbinger, so I have
That's
it.
it. Ha! Drop in anytime. Out of my face.
Boop, 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 beep, 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 beep. Alright, what's in here? You can explore the entire floor. It rhymed.
Take
Bye.
that!
I like when words accidentally rhyme.
Out of my face.
Hi-ya!
What are we? You know what? Okay, what do I get? Playing the floor gotcha. I'm paralyzed. Great. This gotcha sucks. Kung Fu shoes. Drops evasion, but ups agility and defense. Having her have more agility is always a plus since she's the healer, so sounds good. I like how they're trying to run, but because I'm paralyzed, I'm moving slow. But they're not moving slow because their movement speed is governed by how hard I'm pushing the analog stick. Silly video game things.
Take that!
Out of my face.
Giant knuckle. This is basically a one-piece attack from Luffy,
Want a piece of me?
making his fist gigantic and smashing everyone. I mean, he literally does that.
Yes!
So, you know. Let's see. What other wacky things are there to do on this floor? Hello, sir. Would you like to hear about our Lord and Savior, me punching you in the face? Or the hand, I guess, because you're... I don't know. I don't really know what the face would be on this guy.
Yow!
Yeah.
Hi-ya!
Boop, Bonk. What do we got? It is a lineup whistle that sucks. And we got an enemy, so it's probably an appraisal item.
Bam! Face.
Wham!
I was gonna say Mag would be steel fighting type, but then I was like, wait, I think literally all the Cyframe users would probably be steel fighting type, or just steel type. Pepper would be like that one guy who can put on the disc that changes his attack types to different elements. Arcano could be like I'm debating. Would he be steel dark because he's a thief, or would he be steel ground because he uses a drill?
Take care.
Dunno. Okay. Hi. No, I just thought of something, and I was gonna say something,
Out of my face.
and it made me be like, "Wow, I'm even more water coated than I thought." I was gonna be like, because I mentioned the whole like, what the fuck, ghost shell.
Ow.
I get it because Ghost in the Shell. I mentioned that like, I wonder if it'd be interesting to do different consoles as Pokemon. Although I feel like now I kind of like the idea of the console as the trainer, and their like best selling games are their Pokemon. But anyway, I was like, if the GameCube, my favorite console, had to be one singular type, it'd be water, because GameCube water looks so good. And I was like, wow. Of course, my favorite console was the water console.
You hanging in there?
I think the funny thing about the water thing is I definitely like, aside from the fact that I like drinking water, and like most people, I find a nice shower to be refreshing. I do just kind of like, I like fictional water way more than real water, because I think mainly the reason I don't like swimming honestly might be the fact that you have to go somewhere to do it. You have to leave to go swimming, and that's just too much of a pain. I like I said, I'd probably swim a decent amount. Like I would just jump in the pool for like 20 minutes a day, just cause I think if I owned a pool, just do laps. Like if I were a rich full-time streamer and I had a pool.
Just leave it to me.
Absolutely. Like having to go somewhere to swim just sucks. So I think that's like arguably the worst part of it. Also, like public pools, I find just disgusting. Just inherently. I don't trust other people to not be gross in the pool.
Take that!
Plus, they chlorinate the hell out of public pools to kind of try to combat the fact that you can't trust people to not be gross in a pool. So that also makes them, like, worse.
Hi-ya!
Out of my face!
Bap, 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 bap. And I would not spend the money on a boat, but being on a boat on like a chill lake or something is pretty nice. It is a vibe. Alright, let's kill this motherfucker, and then we will take a break. Okay, alright, it's just gonna be like that, I guess. No, fuck you. Tower Bringer.
Ha! Drop in any time. Out of my face!
I'll teach you to dodge me. Alright, let's heal quick, because I'll forget to do it when I get back. Alright. Can I attack my own party members on purpose? I kind of feel like it'd be worth letting one of them die to learn her Red Viper thingy, so I can see what the last thing she can learn is. Anyway, PRB. Oh, hi, too. I forgot my water. Hold on. Hi, I got my water. Oh god, it's not my water. Oh god, it's changing me. Hello, everybody. Itoplayer here. All right. Let's leave. I was confident I could do a Markiplier impression for 4 hours straight. That would be potentially a funny bit. Or if I ever actually play like a horror game on stream.
Out of my face!
Hey, that hurts! Hi-ya! Take that!
Okay, if you change floors and come back, it does maintain the map. But if you leave the dungeon and come back, it does not, which is interesting. Hmm. Ba, 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 ba. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Hey, that hurts!
Ow. Rude.
Hi-ya!
Pepper is paralyzed.
Out of my face!
Pepper is no longer. Oh nope. For some reason, I thought paralysis was an immediately ended in this. If you took damage, like sleep is. Bop, bop, ba-dop. Pepper cannot heal status effects like Linear can, sadly. No one can replace Linear. Bonk. Punch.
Hi-ya!
Punch. Gun sound effect. Boop, 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 boop. I just realized, I don't know why, but I was thinking about like, I guess because we're in a maze-like place. I was thinking about Lost Woods. I've never seen a game where the solution to the maze was the Konami code, the up, up, down, down, left, right, which feels weird when I think about it, because that's like been like a meme amongst gamers since like the NES. How have I never seen that before? That's insane. Crazy. We better. Oh my god.
Out of my
Duking and
face!
jiving.
Ah!
Hi-ya!
Always heard that the hardest part of voice acting for video games is doing all the battle sounds. Because you just have to go into the booth and just scream and grunt like over and over.
Just stick with me.
Which, you know what? That makes sense. That would be hard to do for like an hour or two straight. Oop.
Hi-ya!
And I feel like pain noises of like getting hit is something that like would be difficult for a beginner voice actor to be good at, because out of context it's really easy for a lot of those noises to just sound like moaning, and I feel like it'd be really easy to get self-conscious. You're just in the booth doing that. I'll have Mag do this. He's maxed out on FP, so it would only take a few attacks to get back to full. Reminiscence that just doing it for a few minutes for action-heavy fantasy scripts is a pain, especially because you're trying to figure out how to make it different. If you're getting punched versus getting slashed, or if you're getting knocked down, that is true. I guess one aspect of having like a voice director with you for a project would at least they would probably be able to give you like instructions on what they were looking for. But yeah, that's a good point. Because you wouldn't want to like, ideally, in a lot of older games, they didn't have as many voice lines, so it's you have like the same handful of sounds over and over. But if you can do it, ideally you would want to sound different for different things.
Out of my face!
Take
Yeah, well, I mean, you know,
Out of my face!
that just means you kind of have experience in both, I suppose.
yes.
But like you getting punched in the stomach is gonna sound nothing like getting like slashed from behind by a sword. Completely, absolutely 100% different. So like if you're reading for a script, you would want to do the right sound. But, you know, knowing what sound to make for that feels like it would be difficult. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Having like a I just got hurt voice that matches with the wound or whatever you received.
Take that.
But I feel like with certain things, like if your character's out of breath, you can kind of cheat by jogging in place
I can't believe it.
and maybe like exhaling a little before you start voicing a line, so you're not.
Hi-ya!
So it, like, because I feel like if you exhale before you start voicing a line versus like having, you know, taking a breath before, it affects how you deliver it, because, you know, you're not starting on a full tank, I guess. But you can't get like, I guess you could, but you shouldn't get punched in the stomach if you want to sound like someone who just got punched in the stomach. It's not a Not a good way to go about that.
Out of my face!
I can't believe it! Hi-ya!
I really feel like that's one of the things that makes voice acting the hardest is context. Like, you want your character, the way your character talks, to make sense in the context of what's happening. Offered punching Easton before, but for whatever reason he turned it down. You can punch me.
Take that! I can't believe it!
Ow. These guys are annoyingly tough. Hopefully by the start of next stream, after we do this grinding and I do like an hour more off stream, we'll be plenty strong. Take on whatever foes may come. Mag was 48 when we started grinding, so you could argue that if I get Pepper to 48, then that would be like a decent stopping point. Our weakest leveled up to the level that our strongest previously was, you know.
Take that!
Fuck. You know what?
Gotcha!
And record it? How scandalous. What would the church think? Else is a pain to voice, laughing and yelling. I cannot
Can't believe it!
do laughs. I don't understand. To be fair, one of the things that always throws me off is that laughing is written like ha 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 or he he he, but like you don't actually say ha 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 he he he. Like you just, I don't know. But it's definitely one of the things I feel the most awkward voicing, like when I'm doing this and stuff, or if even in the script, it's like, I don't know. I always just am like, I feel like I don't really know how to do a character's laugh properly, unless it's like a Gremlin-y character, and then I could probably come up with something. I don't know. The more exaggerated the voice, I think the easier it is to do a laugh. But if you're not doing an exaggerated voice, it's hard to do a laugh that sounds natural.
Hi-ya!
Out of my face!
I don't think I've really done any yelling. I've never.
Out of my face!
I mean, I guess I've been like kind of loud or raised my voice a little bit for characters in RPGs that I did voices for on stream, but not like full yelling. So
Hi-ya!
if I lived alone, I'd probably get like way louder with it. Honestly, I feel like ironically, because I talk to myself a lot, I think I actually would be better. I would probably talk louder and be better at projecting if I lived alone, because I would be able to walk around talking to myself at any volume I wanted, and I would slowly get comfortable being able to talk as loud as I wanted, and I would just start talking to myself like more, I don't know, and louder, I feel like. And then I would also start making myself talk, kind of like projecting more on stream probably, because I lived alone. So, would be interesting, I guess. Also, doing a chuckle versus a giggle or laugh that has no humor, just nuance. Yeah, that's true. On a similar thing, I feel like if you try to do like a silly character and you're trying not to laugh while saying silly things, that's also tough, I feel like. Because sometimes it kind of just comes down to saying it like multiple times until it's not funny enough for you to laugh anymore.
Take that!
I don't know if you have had that as much since you do more like
Out of
yandere
my
horror
face!
stuff. I guess you would get that more on
I'll
stream
leave it!
when doing voices there.
Hi-ya!
Da, 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 da.
You hanging in there?
Bang!
Out of my face!
Ow! Hi-ya! Take that!
Out of my face!
Up.
I'll leave it!
Ba, 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 ba. Nice. Uh, ba, 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 ba.
Out of my
I feel like
face!
people underestimate very heavily how difficult voice acting is. Like it's very easy to hear a performance and try to poke holes in it or nitpick it. But being able to do it even like half decently
Stick with me.
takes a lot. And I feel like most people wouldn't even bother to put in the effort to do like a half decent performance. Because I also feel like it's a skill that requires you to kind of like get over, like to toss away a certain amount of ego, because you have to be willing to sound bad or silly or stuff. And I think it's something a lot of people would have trouble with
Out
at
of my
first.
face!
It'd be a large wall for them to get over.
Hi-ya!
All right. Hello. Punch.
Wham! Bam!
I guess in that sense, actually, I didn't. Drawing shares some similarities with
Out of
voice
my
acting.
face!
where like I think what stops a lot of people from getting into drawing, especially if they get into it later in life, is that they'll try to draw something and be like, this looks like something a kid drew and is just awful and I wouldn't want to show this to anyone. And then they just like stop. Something that I think makes music, learning an instrument, like specifically easier to get into is I think you don't have to be that good at an instrument to be able to play like one like chord progression or riff or something that sounds decent. And once you get that one, then you just practice until you get two, and now you have two that you can play decently, and then you get a third, and once you have like 8 or 9, then you like if you're learning guitar, once you learn like 5 songs on guitar, even if you're not like that good at it, you still have 5 songs you can play on guitar, and it wouldn't really take like once you get the first song down, it's so much easier to get the second one, you know. And if you want to break it down even more, like for learning chords on a guitar, like once you know how to strum just like an E major, and you can make the notes ring out somewhat decently, then it's like a much smaller step to learn another one like A, and then I don't know, D or G or something, you know. Or on a piano, like the skill ceiling on piano is of course like massive, but like the skill floor on piano is like teeny tiny, because anyone can just like push down a single key, and then all you need to do is push down 2 keys that sound nice together, and then you do 3 keys. And then bam, you made a chord. And once you can do 1 chord, all you need to know is how to put your fingers to do a second one. Now seal is a very difficult instrument to learn. When you push down the key blade, or when you push down the key blade, when I beat that stupid fucking fight that I've been stuck on for months. But I feel like that's why you give like a kid like a toy piano, because it's so, or they don't have to have any skill to just push random notes on it, and then you just kind of hope that they start to pick up that certain notes sound good when they're played at the same time or after each other, you know. And I say this as a musician, that like there are some instruments where it's really easy to get just good enough to make people go, oh my god, you can play that? That's so impressive. I think getting to a point with drawing or voice acting to make people genuinely be like, wow, impressive, takes a lot more. Mm-hmm. There's also some fun cheats if you want to like start writing music and you're not like that good at piano. One of which is you can do a bunch of different key signatures just and still only use white keys. It just depends on what your root note is.
Take that!
Out of my face!
Hi-ya! I
That
can't
just
believe
fucking
it.
tackled me like a football player. Jesus Christ.
Gotcha! Ha ha ha! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
What I've heard when it comes to making music on piano is that if it sounds bad, just call it jazz. Correct. No. You know, it's just 12-tone jazz. You don't understand. It's freeform. Boop. Yeah.
Hi-ya!
Out of my face!
Take that!
Bitch. Don't dodge me.
I can't believe it! Hi-ya!
Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's see. Ba-bow. I guess writing is also in the same vein.
Hi-ya!
Especially because it's one of the, it's kind of like art
Out of my face!
or drawing, where I feel like it's really easy to nitpick your own creation. I do like, I have seen like, you know, some tweets and stuff throughout the years of people being like, you know, you're just nitpicking it because you made it, but if someone else, if this was something someone else made, you'd probably think it was great actually. Which I think is fair. I think that is very true. I think it's very easy to hate your own thing because you were there for the entire process. And you're intimately aware of every little flaw and blemish. And will pick apart things that you would be praising someone else doing. Not necessarily all the time, but sometimes.
Hi-ya! Take that!
Bum, bum, bum. Is there anyone in here? Yes. Skibidi-bidi.
Hi-ya!
Hmm.
Take that!
I should be able to get
Out of my
Pepper up
face!
to 44. Or... Oh, there we go.
Take care!
I say we should be able to get her there before stream ends, but it happened right then and there. I could feel it in my bones. All right, let's see. Oop. Let's kill this guy.
Ha!
Hey, that hurts! Hi-ya!
Ba-ba.
Ha!
Boop, 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 boop. Anyone here? Nope. Anyone here? Nope. I also feel like when it comes to like nitpicking and complaining about voice acting in
Out of my face!
like media, like games and anime and TV shows and stuff. I've also I feel like a lot of people don't really. So they will solely blame the voice actor, and I feel like they forget that in any bigger production it isn't really like a solo effort, you know. Like, you really don't get things where a lot of things where the voice actor gets to come in and just voice the line however they want and then decide when it's good enough.
Hi-ya!
Out of my face!
Boop, boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. Oh, I missed a guy. Die! Mag is on his genocide route, killing every enemy.
Hi-ya!
Out of my face!
Take that!
I think you could totally write like a fanfic about Mag and Linear that is like very, very much similar to the weird route, especially considering Linear is like the ultimate weapon in this universe as far as we've ever been told.
Hi-ya!
Out of my face!
Boo-doo, boo, boo-doo, booty-dooty-dooty-doo. Oh wait, there's a guy. kill.
Hi-ya!
Out of my face!
Nice. I can definitely see how much we've gotten like stronger with how fast we're killing some of the weaker enemies in this area without needing to use any FP.
Take that!
Out of my face!
Ha!
Nice.
Hi-ya! Ha!
Let's go. All right. All right, we'll go down, come back up, and we'll do one more run of this floor, and then we'll go hit the save spot and wrap up. Up, 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 up. Gan guts.
Ha!
Hi-ya!
Take
Hey, that hurts!
Ha!
Smackarino. Slapperoo.
Hi-ya!
Just
Level
leave it to me.
45 for Carcano. Keep thinking of Carcosa from King in Yellow every time I see his name. And I can guarantee that it's not on purpose because, like, nothing about Carcano has anything to do with King in Yellow. And also, he's named after some kind of weapon or something. I didn't bother looking it up, but they all are. So it's just a thing that already actually exists IRL.
Take that!
Carcano is a rifle introduced in 1981. The rifle was officially designated as the Model 1891 rifle and chambered for the rimless 6.5
Out of my
by
face!
52 millimeter Carcano round.
Ah!
It was originally made in Italy. Interesting. Like they should have given Carcano an Italian accent then. Maybe they thought it'd be too silly because it would be associated with like Mario. Punch.
Hi-ya!
Whack. Shoot. Whack again.
Out of my face!
Oh my god, we killed it without it even getting a turn. Let's go.
Take that!
Or blam.
Out of my face!
Cool. If we weren't prepping for a boss, I'd say that Pepper could move up a row and probably be alright. Okay, never mind. She took a shit ton of damage from that.
Hi-ya!
Just she would do a little more damage if she moved up a row, but
Yes!
I need her in the back taking as little damage as possible for the boss fight, so I'm not even gonna bother. Hmm.
Hi-ya!
Kill, kill, kill. Oh, you son of a bitch. You still died. It was all for nothing. Nope, no enemies. I think there's an enemy in this room, though. Oh, no, this is the room that just traps me for a sec. Boop. Flying kick.
Take that!
Alright, it is gonna get a turn this time.
Ow!
It didn't do too much, though.
Hi-ya!
Bam. I should have her heal herself, though. Just in case. Cool. Alright. Is anyone in here? Yes. And that's the last enemy on the floor. No, wait, there's like one or two more over by the exit.
Hi-ya!
Damn. Nice.
Just
Level 45. Yeah, I feel like if I do another like 45 minutes to an hour, I could easily get these two to at least 48, which was what Mag was at to start. And Mag will probably be like 54, 55. So I feel like we should be plenty leveled for the boss fight by then. If we were at this point half an hour ago, I'd probably go ahead and attempt the fight, but we'll start off next stream by beating his ass.
Hey, that hurts! Hi-ya!
Bop, bop. Let's see. Nope. One of these has an enemy. This one. Hiya! Shit.
Hey, that hurts! Hi-ya!
Should have given Mag an ability that only works on these hand guys where they, instead of linear befriending them, Mag does it. And Mag just uses his sci-frame hand to like, just walk up and just like, and then shake hands, just like, what's good, man? Dab me up. Like if this were D&D and Mag were my character, that would be the first thing that popped into my head. If I ran into like a big robot hand or something. Save the game. All right. Well, I don't know how much is left in the game, but hopefully we can finish it off next stream like I had planned. All right. Boop, yes. All right, cool. Neat. Let's see. Tomorrow, more Lancer. Friday, gonna play 4 random NES games. I know what they are, but you guys don't know yet. And then Sunday, presumably the ending of this game. I can't imagine for fighting Yurga. I can't imagine there'd be that much more to do after beating him. Like I'm confident there's gonna be at least a few more fights after that, but not like a bunch. I can't imagine. But yeah, cool. BPR, go follow Ringo, my artiste, very cool, very epic. Here's a raid message. If you want to do that when we go, I'm gonna see if I can find somebody to raid. Skibidi beep beepity beep beep. Mandy Cat, who we raided, I think last week when they were playing Chrono Trigger, playing Gecko Gods, which I'm assuming is some new indie game where you're a gecko, because I see a gecko on the screen. So we'll go right there. I don't know. That seems it could be interesting. Why not? You know. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for coming up. Have a good day, good night, whatever it is for you, and I will see you in the next stream. Mwah.